Have you ever felt completely alone in a room full of people? Like you're fading into the background of your own life, smiling when you're supposed to, laughing just enough to avoid questions, but deep down, so deep even you struggle to reach. It's your sinking. You wake up every day surrounded by voices, conversations, comments, notifications, and yet, you feel like you're screaming underwater and no one even notices. Everyone thinks you're okay because you've become so good at acting like you are. They call you strong, dependable, even inspiring, but they have no idea that every night you lie there staring at the ceiling, wondering how much longer you can carry the weight of being the strong one. Loneliness isn't just about being alone. It's about being unseen. It's being in the middle of a celebration, surrounded by laughter and noise, and feeling like you're invisible. Like you could vanish right there and no one would even flinch. And the worst part is, you've tried. You've tried to talk, to share, to open up, but you learned quickly that most people only listen to respond, not to understand. So you started saying, "I'm fine," because it was easier than explaining what you couldn't put into words. You started laughing louder to mask the silence inside. You became the one who uplifts everyone else while quietly falling apart. And somewhere along the way, you forgot what it felt like to truly be heard. To have someone sit with your silence and not flinch. To be held, not fixed. Because the truth is, most people aren't looking for connection anymore. They're looking for convenience. They want the version of you that entertains, that's low maintenance, that doesn't bleed. They want the highlight reel, not the scars. And so you begin to hide. You hide your anxiety behind jokes. You bury your depression in work. You turn your pain into productivity. And everyone praises your discipline, your consistency, your success, but no one stops to ask what it cost you. You show up for birthdays, answer every message, smile in every photo, and yet feel like a ghost in your own life. And the scariest thing is not that you're lonely, but that you're starting to get used to it. That silence doesn't scare you anymore. That you'd rather sit with your thoughts, no matter how painful, than try to explain your heart to people who will never understand it. You begin to confuse isolation with peace. You convince yourself that needing people is weakness, that being soft is a flaw, and slowly, the walls you built to protect yourself become the prison you live in. You become emotionally fluent in everyone else's language, but forget your own. You know how to comfort others, how to make them feel seen, heard, valued, but you can't remember the last time someone did the same for you. And maybe the worst part is, you're not even angry about it anymore. You're just numb. Numb to the birthdays you weren't invited to, numb to the friends who never checked in, numb to the silence after you poured your soul out and got a "that sucks" in return, numb to the pain of watching people forget you while you still remember everything they ever said. But in all that numbness, a part of you still hopes, still prays, still believes maybe one day someone will see you, the real you, and not walk away. Maybe one day someone will sit with your silence and say, "You don't have to perform here. You don't have to smile, just breathe." But until then, you carry on, because that's what you do. You show up for others, for work, for family, for the world, even when no one shows up for you, even when you're tired, even when you're empty. You keep moving because stopping feels more dangerous than pretending. And here's what no one tells you: that kind of strength, the quiet kind, is the rarest of all. Not the kind that lifts weights or runs miles, but the kind that gets out of bed every morning with a soul that feels like it's dying. The kind that smiles while bleeding internally. The kind that listens while screaming on the inside. That's a warrior's strength. That's not weakness. That's not weakness at all. That's what surviving in silence looks like. And maybe, just maybe, the reason you feel so out of place is because you were never meant to be understood by the shallow. Your depth threatens those who've never been forced to face themselves. Your silence echoes louder than their noise. Your presence makes people uncomfortable because it reflects what they're running from. So don't shrink. Don't change. Don't harden. Just because the world hasn't met someone like you before doesn't mean you're broken. You are rare. You are real. And that's why they don't know what to do with you. Because people are used to mirrors, not windows. And you are a window into a truth they can't face. So they label you as distant, cold, too quiet, too intense. But you're not too much, you're just too real for a world that forgot how to feel. And if no one ever told you this before, let me be the first. You are not alone in your loneliness. There are millions of people smiling through pain, laughing through emptiness, carrying worlds inside them that no one sees. People like you. People who've mastered the art of being okay enough not to worry anyone, but never truly okay. People who stay up at night wondering if there's more than this, if anyone truly connects anymore. And if you're one of them, know this: you're not crazy, you're not broken, you're just awake in a world that's asleep. And yes, it's hard, yes, it hurts. But don't let it turn you into someone you're not. Don't let the loneliness steal your empathy, your softness, your soul. Because one day, someone will find you on. They won't be afraid of your silence. They'll sit in it with you. They'll hold space for you. They'll say, I'm not here to fix you. I'm here to feel this with you. And until that day comes, be that person for yourself. Be the one who sees your own pain and says, it's okay, I'm still here. Sit with yourself in the silence. Cry if you need to, scream if you must, but never ever forget this: you mattered before anyone saw you. You were worthy before anyone said it. You were enough before anyone proved it. And your loneliness does not define you. It simply reminds you of what you crave: realness, depth, connection, things worth waiting for, things worth hurting for. And one day, when the world slows down, when the noise fades, someone will look at you, not the mask, not the smile, not the performance, but you. And they'll say, I see you. And in that moment, all the nights you spent wondering if anyone ever would, will finally make sense. Until then, walk tall, live honestly, and carry this truth in your chest like a shield. You are not alone, even in your loneliness. And the day someone truly sees your soul, you'll finally realize you were never invisible, just waiting to be seen by the right eyes.